Game Day. We're here in beautiful Kuna, Idaho, where the Kuna Kavemen are taking on the Fruitland Huskies. Other games happening tonight are BK versus Grizzlies, Skyview versus Valley View, Middleton versus Centennial, Mount Macomb versus Jerome, and Nampa versus Caldwell. I'm joined here tonight by Joey Mills and Michael Shreeve. What would you say is the most exciting thing happening right now in the 4A conference?
Well, right now for me, it's the rise of the freshmen. For Kuna, you have 2 freshmen on the team. Skyview, you got 3, and Bailey, Leah, Ashland. Middleton's got a freshman on the team. Columbia has a freshman on the team. They all got freshmen that are playing roles, and right now it's a young league out there.
Joey, how about you?
To me, the most amazing thing going on in 4A right now is the fact that in 2007, Middleton High School was devastated by a fire. The fire devastated the entire school and burnt all the jerseys. And then in 2008, Middleton's girls basketball varsity team was able to come back and fight through that and able to win the state championship. And then they did it again in 2010, and guess who's predicted again to win it this year? I say Middleton High School. It's very inspiring.
I'd say one of the most interesting right now is Skyview. They have great teamwork, and you never know what's going to happen to Skyview. With that coach is 4A best in the league, you never know. Kuna's still waiting for their first 4A match. They have not faced anyone in their conference. How do you think that's going to be for them to come to that first game?
Well, I think that Kuna's going to be well prepared. Right now it's preseason. They're just practicing. They're getting ready for each other. They're getting ready for the games that count. And so I think they're getting well prepared. I think they're going to be a good team.
Yeah, I agree with him. I think Kuna's getting a lot of experience right now with these 5A schools, and I think it will really help them out.
All right, now we're going to move on to our picks of the week. Top 3, in your opinion, who should be the top 3 now?
In the 4A classification, I got the Bonneville Bees at number 1. They were playing solid basketball. They're undefeated, playing some tough 5A schools. At number 2, I got the Middleton Vikings. I mean, they come off a tough loss to Boise High, but they played them tough. Number 3, I got Jerome. Jerome, right now is a little off the radar, but I got them as a sleeper.
I can't agree with that, except I have Middleton at number 1, like I said earlier. They could be defending the state title this year. I really like them at number 1. Also, I think Jerome, like Michael said, should be number 2. And then I think that I'll move BK up to number 3.
Alright, this week I moved Bonneville clear to number 1. I didn't know what they were going to do, but they looked great. I moved Middleton over BK this week. Middleton's going to be good, but I don't think they're going to win state. BK is the team you need to watch out for. They're definitely the sleeper in this league. Okay, now we're going to show you this screen right here. The actual rankings are number 1, Preston with 12 votes. Number 2 is Middleton with 10 votes. Number 3 is Rigby with 10 votes. Number 4 is Pocatello with 8 votes. And BK is number 5 with 6 votes. Now for tonight's game, who is the star player for Fruitland?
Fruitland, I got number 42, Jerica Martirano, the 5'11 senior. She rebounds, she scores, and plays tenacious defense. I got her having a great game tonight.
I agree with Michael. I also have Jerica because last year Fruitland had the 2nd team all-conference post, and unfortunately she was a senior and they graduated her. So I think that Jerica is really going to step it up. And also, I think that a junior, Renae Feist, is going to step it up in that slot, and she's going to dominate.
I have Dina Edwards. She's only one of the only 2 seniors on the team. Seniors got to lead the team. Let's see how she does. Who's your Kuna star player?
There's 3. There's 3.
No, who's your Kuna star player?
My Kuna star player, I got Becky Smith, having a big night tonight. She rebounds and she scores, plays great defense. And her and Jerica are going to battle it out. I think whoever has the better game between her and Jerica, their team comes up with victory.
I actually was talking to Coach Sack earlier today, and when I was interviewing her, she said that the post we're going to pull it off for Kuna today. And the reasoning because the last 2 games that Kuna has played, they've played someone that is very good in the post position and very oversized for her spot. And so I think that the posts all around are going to be able to pull down some boards, play some amazing defense, and maybe put up some points for the game.
I agree with Michael with Becky Smith at 2, but I also think that number 20, Morgan Harris, it counts on both of them to have the rebounds. They're both strong in that position. I believe they're going to do great for Kuna. What are Kuna's keys to success tonight to win this ball?
For me, I got the 3 BOs, and that's not body odor. That comes after the game. I got one box out. They gave up 22 offensive rebounds against Capital. If they do that again, you can guarantee it's going to be a loss. The next one, Black Ops. The Black Ops defend us as a country. They got to defend their home court tonight. Play tenacious defense and keep Fruitland from scoring easy points. The third one, B1. They got to play together. They got to be one out there. They can't be selfish. They can't be selfish out there.
I've got to agree with Michael, except as I said earlier, I think the Posts are going to dominate today's game. And if the Posts are able to pull down some of those rebounds by boxing out, I know it's a new system here at Kuna with the box out and stuff, but I think that maybe they'll be able to pull it off. Also, I think that if the point guards feed the ball to the post. Now that was one of the most frustrating things in my playing days, was when the point guards would not get the ball to you when you were open under the basket or when you had your girls or guys sealed off. So I think that if the point guards feed the post, there'll be a dominating game plan.
I think back when I coached girls basketball, the big thing was big defense. You don't have big defense, and that's what we struggled in the second half playing volleyball basketball. I also have them as rebounding that ball. If that doesn't go in, you've got to rebound that ball.
What time is it?
I think the cheerleaders helping out with that one.
Absolutely. Fan section is very important for Kuna. It's a hard place to play when they got a crowd.
The cave. Kuna's got a home court advantage here.
All right, tonight we're going to choose our winners for all week's games. First, we're going to start off with BK versus Boise. Boise beat Middleton last week as Michael chose Middleton.
Gosh, this is really excessive.
Boise is ranked 5th in the 5A conference. Who's your guys' pick tonight for BK Boise?
You know, I got to go with Boise because I have Middleton being a better team than BK, and they're coming off a big win against Middleton. I got Boise.
I think that Middleton was a young team, and Middleton's going to have some mistakes early, but I think that BK will pull this one off. Just because Middleton loses to Boise doesn't mean
We have a nice close up on the
Boise's
cheerleaders'
going to
legs.
beat BK.
Disagree. I have to disagree with you as well. Boise's a tough team, unbeatable. They'll definitely win 5A this year, I believe. All right, to the next game. Skyview versus Valley View. Valley View won last week. Skyview, we had no report.
Not Skyview. Skyview actually lost. They're 1-1.
All right, Skyview is one of the good, I'd say, best teams in 4A. They're definitely in the top 4. Valley View,
Them last year.
what do you got to say? I take Skyview on this one.
I got to go with Skyview as well. Coach Pasta, will lead the way. She coaches well. Her players will be prepared. I got Skyview winning the game.
Well, I think in this one, youth will be served. Because I think Skyview, like Michael said earlier, is a very young team, and I think that the veterans on Valley View's team will serve up those young players.
Players are going to be prepared on Skyview.
I don't think so. They're young.
All right, now we move on to the David versus Goliath, a 4A Columbia team taking on a 5A Meridian. This will be a tough one for Columbia. Who do you think is going to win this game, Judge?
I got Meridian. I just don't see the firepower in Columbia. I see the Warriors running away with this one.
Also, I think Meridian's going to take this one. You know, my last name's Mills, and I really like the M's. Pick Middleton. I think that I'm going to pick Meridian.
Oh. So
I take Meridian as well. Tough 5A.
zoom out.
All right,
Zoom in on
Middleton
the
versus
boys
Centennial. Centennial is
when they
number
talk.
2 at 5A.
And then sometimes I just pan
A
out
tough
for
team
a while.
to play anywhere,
Just show all of
outside
them.
their school or inside their school.
It's not too hard, don't show this.
Well, right now, I think this is the
Just
best game of the
when they
week.
tell you.
But being at Middleton,
Don't show their
I got
legs.
Middleton with the upset over Centennial. They're coming off a big loss to Boise, but they learned a lot that game. I got Middleton winning this game.
I'd have to agree with Michael. I have Middleton winning this game because I think Middleton, with that one loss, is going to pull their team back together and that they're going to recuperate and come and dominate.
I have to disagree with you both. Middleton lost a lot of their seniors last year. Yes, they won state, but I don't think they're that great. I think Centennial, number 2 in 5A, they're going to win this ball game. It's going to be close, it's going to be good, but Centennial will
Championships in 3 years, baby. I don't know.
That's a program that knows how to win.
I agree. I'm just saying. Centennial will win. Mountain Home versus Jerome. Now, this is a tough game. They're not very tough schools. Mountain Home fly at the bottom of the 4A close to the corner. And Jerome is a good team, but, you know,
I got Jerome with a runaway. Jerome was actually in the preseason top 5, so they will dominate Mountain Home.
I think that during my playing days, Middleton or Mountain Home and Jerome were one of the toughest places to go and play because they're both out in the boonies. But since they're both out there, I think that Jerome will probably pull this one off because Mountain think Jerome, as we said earlier, was a very good team. So I picked Jerome.
I picked Mountain Home for the upset on this one. You gotta give Mountain Home a little credit. They don't win many games, but I gotta go with an upset here.
You trying to lose?
I gotta go for
You trying to lose?
Hey,
You got it.
all right, we go to Nampa versus Caldwell. Caldwell played really bad versus Kuna in the first half of that ball game. They ended up coming back and beating Kuna by several points. Nampa's an okay ball team, not that great 4A, probably close to the bottom of 4A.
Well, right now, I think this is a big game. You know, rivals. But right now, I see the difference maker. Number 44 for Caldwell. She beats it up against Kuna. I have them winning this one.
I also have the pose for Caldwell dominating that game, taking over Nampa. I have both.
I also have Caldwell. They seem to be a second half team, and like Michael Shreeve said, that number 44, she's a beast, and she'll definitely help that team out a ton. All right, thank you for joining our pregame show. We'll be back at halftime. Oh, I almost forgot. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
For the big game tonight, Kuna versus Fruitland. It's at Kuna. It's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be close. I'm taking Kuna all the way.
I gotta agree with you. I got Kuna winning this one. Fruitland's a 3A school. You know, I just got Kuna. I think they're well prepared for this one. Coach Sack's a great coach.
I think this game in the cave is going to prove a very good game for Kuna, and I think they're going to run away with this one.
All right. Well, thank you for joining our pregame show. Join us at halftime. We'll give you the updates. Thank you.